Hello everybody. I just finished cleaning my second site. Woot woot. Pretty excited about that. Feeling good that it's done. So that's good. Wanted to talk to you about Habits of a Happy Brain. It's a book I just finished recently. A recommendation by Dave Slavinsky, who was visiting. And something that I was really pumped about with Dave was one of our very first conversations. He was talking about his morning habits, and I interviewed him about that. If you want to go back and scroll through and find that video talking about micro habits. But when we were just chatting before on one of our car rides, he was talking about how he wants to develop some habits like writing and poetry and that type of thing, because he said when he's 80, his physical body might not be as able to do the things that he wants to do, but his mind will still be able to be there. And if he lives till 100, he still has 20 years to create lasting things. And so I just really like that he was thinking that long term. So one of his micro habits was handwriting. So that's something I've been thinking about too, is I really don't like my handwriting. I remember intentionally in middle school making my handwriting like it is. I write in all caps except for G for some reason. G did not make the cap list. But yeah, just thinking about it, I'm probably gonna have to do handwriting for another 30 plus 40. Well, yeah, I want to be older than that. Let's another 50 plus years, 50, 60, 70 plus years of handwriting. And so if that's the case, I should take intentional action towards changing my handwriting now, which would just be a small micro habit, and change it so that over the next 50 years, 50 plus years, I'll be good to go on that thing. Daniel Larkins, what's up? Glad you're back safe. Hello to my mother, who said hi too. So yeah, I just really like that he was thinking long term and was taking ownership of his life and thinking about the things that he wanted to do in his old age, still adding value to the earth in his old age, and developing habits now that will help him in that. So yeah, I was really inspired by that. So today I'm gonna be taking a Sabbath, and I'm gonna be signing off the internet here. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm feeling tired, guys. So I'm hoping that 24 hours without the interwebs, I might go more than that, will be a refreshing thing for me. I've kind of just hit the point recently where I'm really not enjoying being back on the internet. And so I wanted to talk about burnout maybe in a future video. When I first started doing this at the pace that I was doing it, I had a friend ask, I wonder how long it's going to be until you burn out. And that's an interesting question. So I don't know if burnout is because of just one specific thing. Is it the internet? Is it Facebook that's bothering me? Or is it other circumstances all combined, and then I'm just kind of taking that frustration out on Facebook, and my tolerance is lowered for Facebook. So I would assume it's the latter. So I'm hoping that a little bit of time away from the interwebs and being intentional about resting will be good. We have a quick turnaround here. I am cleaning. I usually clean on Sundays, but we are leaving for Kauai on Sunday, so I'm going to clean tomorrow, and we've got a friend's birthday party tomorrow, and I am completely in the wrong lane. Let's see. Oh, I guess I'm okay. Hold on, sorry. Need to focus on driving. Priorities. Sorry about that, guys. Yep, so tomorrow we got a friend's birthday party at the beach, and then I'm going to go clean on Saturday, even though I usually do it on Sunday. But Sunday, right after church, we are leaving for Kauai. My wife and son and I and our friend Hannah are going to go over and partner with YWAM Kauai. We're going to shoot some promo material for them and help them with their content creation, and just hang out with the amazing Jared and Mahea Morsi and their staff there. Really looking forward to connecting with them. Again, focusing on driving because that guy didn't want to let me in. He didn't let me in. That was nice. Sorry, this is so scattered today. So yeah, Habits of a Happy Brain. Let's talk about that now. This is a book that Dave recommended, and I finished, and it talks about the 4 main brain chemicals. Dopamine. I don't know if it's dopamine or mean. I think it's dopamine. M-I-N-E. Dopamine. It sounds funny. Dopamine, serotonin, endorphin, and oh man, I can't think of the 4th one right now. Cortisol. It also talks about cortisol, which is the stress chemical. Let me think of it, see if I can think of this. Oh, oxytocin. So dopamine is your kind of desire chemical that's released, that gives you the good feeling when you're pursuing something. Oxytocin is your bonding chemical, that is the kind of physical touch chemical, which is released during that time. Serotonin is the respect chemical, kind of the belonging chemical. And then the last one is endorphin, which is a chemical that masks pain so that you can get out of emergency situations. You can press through pain enough to get to safety. So it talks about those 4 and how they interact. And even the first couple sentences really blessed me and helped me out, because I've always really thought that happy people were consistently happy, that their moods were just consistently happy. But your brain puts these chemicals out there to get you to do things, and they are temporary. And so everybody has mood fluctuations, and you cannot consistently feel good all the time. And I've always thought all my life that was something that was to aspire to. How do I get to the place where I feel that amazing goodness all the time? And it's impossible. So that's really good to know, to set that expectation and have a correct expectation. So that's been a helpful book. I would recommend this book. It is kind of based in evolutionary theory. It talks a lot about the mammal brain, the monkey brain. I'm not going to get into this too much, because as soon as I start talking about this, it's going to become the focus of the video. But I'm trying to figure out. I read Total Truth by Nancy Pearcey, and she gives some great arguments against evolution, and I think I really side with that. So I'm really trying to figure out if, I don't even know how I'm going into this. This is totally going to be the focus of this. I'm not going to finish this thought. So just a warning that it is based in a lot of evolutionary thought, but I think it is a lot of good content. I think you just have to think correctly. I will finish the thought, because I guess it is important. I've been thinking that I don't, number one, have enough knowledge. I don't even remember really learning evolution in high school. I feel like it was maybe a chapter in a book, and we just talked about it real briefly. But all right, here's the other thing. The other thing is vocabulary is really, really important, because I don't really have the vocabulary to speak intelligently about this subject right now. And so that's why this is going to be a little scattered. I also listened to a Jim Rohn book that talked about vocabulary, and they found in a study of prisoners that they had a pretty low vocabulary, and they couldn't express their inner worlds. And I thought that was very interesting. I am hitting a ton of traffic right now. So what I'm trying to say about the whole evolutionary science thing is, could we have similarities with apes in these brain chemicals, and could that be the way God created us, and still draw similar conclusions, that it is true that we do have these four brain chemicals that are going on and are similar with apes, but that we did not come from apes. And that's the conclusion that I've come to as well. And so I think I still think it's a good book, because it talks about those things. I just don't agree in the origins of it. So that's my thoughts. I wonder if I'll get some comments about that, but we'll see. I'm not a scientist. I probably should dive into this a little bit more and figure out fully what I believe about creation versus evolution. But yeah, so there it is. Habits of a Happy Brain, talking about those 4 brain chemicals, just giving the understanding, or getting the understanding through reading that, of how those brain chemicals work, and the need for serotonin, which is respect and that whole social aspect of things. And then dopamine, which is just a chemical that is desire. And once you get that thing, that chemical disappears. So, and it talked about how when things aren't new anymore, that those chemicals disappear as well. It talks about how 3 to 4 bites into something, it's not new information, and so the dopamine leaves because it's not new information. So it was just great to read about this stuff and think about happiness and learn some things. So there it is. I will not be checking the interwebs from here on out for a little while. Maybe I'll check back in Sunday night from Kauai and say hello to you guys, but I'm gonna get home. We're having some friends over tonight for our Sabbath meal, and just gonna kick back and relax and enjoy my family. Jess has been teaching all week, so it's been a busy week. Busy but good. So just looking forward to some quiet, enjoying time with my family. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Sorry this one was pretty scattered, but can't knock them all out of the park, right? All right, see you guys.